Hello, Simon Maple here, corporate chef for Welbilt, and today we're going to talk about the Lincoln 2424. So, first of all, the name's pretty simple, 2424. 24 by 24 inch cavity. Belt's 24 inches wide, cavity length is 24 inches. Okay? So it makes it pretty easy to understand. Some of the new features of this new Lincoln is we have, first and foremost, we have top and bottom fan speeds. So we used to have finger configurations in here that would change according to what we wanted to cook. Now what we do is we can just adjust the top and bottom fan speed, so it makes it easier, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Fans are located, one fan is located here, the other fan is located here. Okay? One congruent temperature inside the cavity, varying fan speeds. Why is that important? Why is fan speeds important? Because it allows for a variety of different cooking methods, right? So think about as simple as a pizza, and you think about a pizza stone, right? Pizza stone is really hot, and then the ambient air temperature on the outside, because you want the bottom of that crust to get super crispy and super brown, but all of your delicate ingredients are on the top. So all of the cheeses, all the pepperonis, all the vegetables, they're on the top. So by being able to vary those fan speeds, you can still get that really super crisp bottom, and then the top you can have could be nice and brown and not overdone. So another new feature here is we have our new digital display controller. So with this digital display controller, we can adjust several things. We can adjust our fans, we can adjust our temperature, we can adjust our top and bottom fan speed by just a push of a button. We can adjust our time. All of these things, very intuitive, very easy to set up. So as we go through here, we're in what is called manual mode. This is basically where you're doing your R&D, where you're chefing up your stuff, you're trying to figure out your recipes. So if you get to a point to where you like this recipe, you hit your little save button right here, and then you can pick any one of these presets. Go in here to recipe 2. We can change the color of it, so if you know that the green is the recipe you want, you can change that to that. You can save it. So now what we do is we go back here, and this is our home screen. So you might recognize this from other home screens you've seen, right? That's the whole thing with Welbilt. We're trying to make sure that all of the screens are integrated so that if you're trained on a Convatherm, or you're trained on an Express Grill, or you're trained on a Delfield or an ice machine, you can see that all these are very similar. So you see the chef's hat, that's just where that's our manual mode. That's where we just were developing that recipe, developing that type of thing. Right here next to it, this is our press and go mode. So press and go has your recipes right here. So if you just hit your recipe, it's going to go straight to that recipe, and it's going to program the oven to cook. You might see these 3 little lines over here. What is that? Those 3 lines indicate that the oven is actually calling for heat and is trying to heat up. So it wants to get to a certain temperature. So if you see these 3 lines there, you want to wait until they disappear before you put product in here to make sure that oven is up to temperature. Okay? We're going to go back here. So what we have here is, this is our settings. 6, 7, 8, 5, 3, 5. So in here there's 2 really cool things. First of all, we can go to F to C depending on it. But the other amazing thing that we have that's for Lincoln is we can reverse the belt left to right or right to left by just pushing this button. See, and it shows which way the belt's going to go. So the question is, why is this important? Well, there's several reasons. First and foremost reason is if you're building a new build or you have a new construction, it never goes right, right? The plug for this is never where it's exactly supposed to be. It's down here. And so we can easily move this oven anywhere on the line, or if you reconfigure your line, or if you add new products where it has to move, you can easily move this oven down, and the belt can go from left to right or right to left. Our competition doesn't do that. So unfortunately, you have to order it from the factory to go in a certain direction. And if it comes in wrong, or if you redesign something, you either have to deal with it, or you have to send it back and they have to send you a new one. And we all know how long that's been taking, right? So nobody wants the chance of sending something back. So we're going to put that over here. Then we'll go back out of here, back to our chef's hat. See, the oven's calling for heat right now because when we are in the background settings and stuff, the oven turns off. So we're going to go in here. It's going to heat up. So we're going to open this up real quick. So as you can see here, we used to have a finger design in here where it was separate fingers. Now what we do is, because the fingers are designed the way they are, we're doing fan speed top and bottom. That's what's really good. That's really what we're going to go with. And another great feature that we have, is the removable door. So why is the removable door important? Well, now, instead of needing room on both ends of this oven, 2 feet on this side of the oven or 2 feet on this side of the oven, now you can just simply pull the belt straight out. Makes it easier to clean, safer to clean. So because with today's workforce, and I don't want to be that old grumpy man who's like, well, back in my day, you have to make stuff easy for people or it's not going to get done, right? So this makes it easy for you to clean it, makes it easy for it to come apart, it makes it easy for you to get into it, right? So we just push it back in.
The drawers just slide in and out, right?
Yeah.
No,
No, they're actually on. There's actually a rail on them now to where they go. They actually go into where they need to go. So this oven is UL certified ventless. This electric oven is UL certified ventless right now. The way it sits, right now we can stack one high, but they're actually going back to UL. They had a tweak. We missed the amount of grease light particulates by like a couple parts per million. So UL said we couldn't stack too high. They've actually redesigned it, and they're going back to UL to have them to be able to too high. There are no ovens that are 3 high that are still UL certified ventless. Even the 1100. The 1100 you can stack 3 high, but only if it's under a hood. Right. CTI you can stack 2 high.
And local codes still prevent.
Yeah, so always, that's the thing. If you're in Manhattan, it seems to be in the big cities, Manhattan, Chicago, LA, are really where we get a lot with all of our equipment. Anything that's considered UL ventless has to jump through hoops in order to get to that next level and get through there. So, and another misconception about this oven is people look at this oven and they immediately see pizza oven. That's what. So you can do this. There's been seafood chains. There's a lot of local restaurants that use it as a finishing oven that can melt cheese, that can brown, that can broil and stuff. So that is my presentation on the Lincoln 2424. If you have any questions, feel free to email or call, or I'll be here all day. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.